friends, welcome back. For everyone who is new here, my name is Yanni and I hope you are ready for some new Christmas inspiration. So let's see what I made. And here you see what we will need for this DIY. We need a couple of our tumbling towel blocks. We need an old piece of belt. I just cut off the end of my belt because he was really broken. So I'm going to use a piece of this leather. And I'm going to use just a piece of cardboard, or this a little bit of a thicker cardboard, canvas cardboard. So I'm going to use this one for the tray we are going to make for the Christmas. The first thing what I'm going to do, I'm going to paint my board. And of course I use a little bit, like I said, a sturdy cardboard. You see already this is just a very simple one. And I'm going to paint the front and the back side in the black schoolboard paint, and I'm only using a very simple schoolboard paint. It's very cheap, so I hope you have something else did laying around. But if you like a brown color, red color, something else for your tray a little bit better than this color, just go ahead and take the color you like, because it's your Christmas decor. So I'm going to do this in the black, like I said, because it's the schoolboard is giving a little bit more of the matte finish, and I am really loving that. So I will do this, and then we're going to do the next step. You see already I have my board is drying right now. What I'm going to do, because my board is this way, and I'm going to make two pieces of layers on top for the sides, where I'm going to do a handle on top of the thing. So I'm going to do with my tumbling towel blocks, because I like to work with them a lot, but I think you already know that that I love my tumbling towel blocks. I'm going to make 4 pieces with rows of 3. So I'm going to make it very easy. Just, of course, I should have waited until my glue gun is warmed up, and this is already 1, and this will be the 3rd one. And we are going to make 4 of this kind. And this is number 2. And number 3 again. And this is the 2nd one. Of course, like I always say, you can already dream it. I think if you are here already for a long time, you can dream already what I'm going to say about removing your glue immediately, because later you have so much work to get it away, and then your DIY wouldn't look the greatest. This is number 3, and now we do the last one. I measured it out, and this is totally fitting on top of my board or tray, just how you call it already. And this is number 4. I remove the glue. Now I have 4 pieces. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to glue them together. And this is number 1. This is number 2. Again, squeeze it and press it down so you get a nice straight line. And the last one, and of course squeeze it again. And now we already have 1 piece of our stroke we want to have inside, and I'm going to finish it off with a little block, because I like the finishing touch a little bit better with this one. So again, squeeze it, press it down, and this one, squeeze it and press it down again. And this way, now you have already 1 of our lines for over on top of our board. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make again 2 pieces of 3. Again, this way. And I am just going to show it to you. I know there are a lot of people who are very bored right now. I should have been, maybe I also would have been. So, but for everyone who really loves to see how I make it, this is already 1, and I'm going to glue it I think a little bit more this way. And the last one, and now it looks very strange, but believe me, when you do later on some furniture wax on top of here, then you see how beautiful your handle will look like. And these are the spaces we are going to make our piece of belt on top. And again, this one, and of course he will be probably also again a little bit this way. And I'm going to glue it on top of here, little spaces, and I showed you a little bit better. You see, I'm just not totally on the end, but leave a little piece open. And I'm going to glue this, and when I do, I take my belt I cut off, and I'm going to take a little piece of my, and you do one over here, and we will do one over here, so we get a nice handle. Of course, this one is a little bit too high, so I'm going to press it down a little bit, so don't worry, this will be okay. But I'm going to glue this again on top of here, and I'm leaving a little space open this way, and press it down. And now we're going to do this one, and also over here. And I have to look that I have it on the same place, because that always looks a little bit better if you have it on the same space. And this is already one, and I will make the second one, and then we're going to do our belt on top of here. Both of my handles are already finished. What I'm going to do, because I'm going to glue it on top of my frame, so I'm not going to do this in some wax, because or else it wouldn't stuck. But I am going to put already this sides and this in the wax. I also will not do this the top, no, not yet, because the belt still needs to go on top. So I'm going to do only this side, the middle, and this side. Leave this open and leave the back side open, because then it's easier to glue together. So I'm just going to do the middle, so I don't have to work with that later, and I don't get wax on top of my cardboard frame. So I will do this, and then we're going to do the next step. This is what I mean. I left the top open and I left the back side open. I only did the sides and the middle pieces. So I'm going to do also this one. We have already both of our sides, which will come on top of here, ready. But before I'm going to glue it on top of here, I did measure out. This one is 16 and this one is 22. The size I need a picture from. So I'm going to take you now to my computer, and we are going to make our own unique little print for on top of our tray. Before we're going to glue this over here, because or else it's very difficult to get inside of here, because in the middle we want a nice little picture. So I'm going to take you now along with me. You see already how our picture turned out, and you saw me making it with some round in the middle. But when I was pulling my picture out, because this is 16 and this is 22, then the round was not, not totally round anymore. So I changed it up for almost, it's not a square one, but a little bit longer than that. So this one will be fitting inside of here. So I'm going to cut it out. And of course, if you want to use this picture, you can go to our free printables on our main channel, Deco Easy. So go ahead, and then you can use this picture also. So like I said, I'm going to cut it out, and we are going to Mod Podge it on top of here. You see, I did lay down my sides of my tray, of course, to measure out if I am a little bit in the middle. So I have to be sure that because you don't want to print too much this side or too much on this side. So I'm really going to try my best, but bear with me. I don't know if this will turn out. Maybe I use some little white stroke just to lay down on top of here. So I have an idea where my handles are normally laying. So I think I'm going to try to get it out. So maybe like this. This is a little bit the way, and I'm going to do the other one on the other side. Of course, a little bit this way. Now I have to measure out if I have him still in the middle, and then we're going to Mod Podge it. You see here, I have him on top of here, and I really hope he is in the middle in a moment. But it was a little bit difficulter than I thought. Maybe I should do first one piece over here, just place it inside and then do the rest of my print. What I'm going to do right now, because I want to give it a little bit more of a shiny feeling and a little bit more, because I use it in my kitchen, there can be some little pieces of water again. So I'm going to give it one layer with my Mod Podge, and I'm just going to do the whole tray with some Mod Podge. So I'm going to give all of this a finishing touch. So I see you in a moment. In the meantime, while our print is dry, I'm going to take my belt, which is of course broken. I'm going to measure out because I want to have a piece over here, a little glowing, and then I'm going to place it on top. I think already this glowing is for me, this little is already enough. I showed you sideways. For me, this is more than enough, so I'm going to cut off. I have to measure out a little bit this way. And now I hope I can really come through it with, yeah, it really works with my scissor. So, so I'm going to do two pieces of the same length for my tray. So this one on top of here, and I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to cut off also this piece. So I have two of the same length, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue both of them because I want to leave a little space in between. I'm going to glue them with some second glue because this glues much better than my glue gun. So I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do my, of course, my little plastic hand shoes, because or else I am really stuck to my glue, and that's not a great thing, and I know from experience. So we are going to glue the first side, and I'm going to do some glue just over here on the places I want my belt to be, and also on this side, and I let it dry in for a little second this way and this way. Do enough glue because you want to keep it in place for a long time on the ends of my belt and on this side on the end, so you are sure that also the corners are sticking right. So I'm going to place one, of course, over here, and we are going to place one over here. I have to find the space a little bit, and now it's just a matter of time just to squeeze it and wait until it is dried up, and you don't glue yourself to the handle. So it also is a possibility that you see me the next time with my handles on top of my fingers. So we will see how this will turn out. Both of the little pieces of belt are glued up on top of my, which is supposed to be a handle of your tray. What I'm going to do, I'm going to let it dry for a little moment, and then I'm going to do some furniture wax also around here, so everything will come nicely together, and then we're going to glue it on our tray. And I hope my picture will look okay, but I don't know, it was a little bit like a struggle, especially because the inks I'm using was a little bit washing away. So we will see how this will turn out in a moment. My print is almost drying, but I'm really a little bit sad because I didn't wait too long because I want to do it in a hurry, and then I didn't wait until the first layer was dry. So the ink, the little paint is a little bit run through the other side, but bear with me. And of course, if you get the print, he will be white. He will be white. So don't make the same mistake like I do. I'm going to place my handles now on top of here. I did them in some furniture wax, and I'm going to glue this one also on top of here. Of course, I'm going to do it with not with my glue gun, but I'm just going to use another glue because I want to keep it in place for a long time. So I won't bore you with that, with gluing my handles on top of here in the moment you see the end reveal. And here you see the end reveal of our homemade Christmas tray, and I am really happy how he turned out. If you are imagining, we only made it from a couple of tumbling towel blocks, some print, some cardboard and a piece of old belt, and you already have your own seasonal tray. I hope you give it a try also. In a moment I show it to you a little bit closer, but for now, thank you so much for being here and spending a little moment of your day again together with me. If you can get enough of it and you want to see more Christmas DIYs, coming over to my All About Christmas channel. You will find the link in my description box. There you also find the link for our main channel Deco Easy. And if you still haven't enough of me, I hope you're coming over to my Etsy shop with lots and lots seasonal signs for in your tray or your tier tray. So come on over and give it a look. So enough talking. I wish you all a beautiful day. Stay safe. See you next time. Bye.